it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me, and I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly, but the pretty is
with the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
say, oh,
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Well, if there's a city that knows the proper way to smash a guitar, it is the city of rock and roll. And in the footsteps of rock legends of the past, another one has been shattered to pieces before kickoff here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday night primetime showdown between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. On one sideline, look at the head coach of the Dolphins. These guys sporting an unblemished 3-0 record so far. Along the opposite sideline, that's the head coach of the Browns. These guys mired in a losing streak, hoping a trip home is going to help them snap out of it. Kate Scott with my partner Brock Hewitt up here. Riley Patterson all set down there. And the NFL on EA Sports is underway once again. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They're led out by the Colorado and Jackson State products. It's Shedeur Sanders.
I really hate to say this, and when you start 0-3, the numbers will just tell you flat out. Week 4 becomes a must-win game for you to save some playoff hopes. And in a must-win situation, really all eyes turn to their quarterback for a signature performance that keeps hope alive and elevates everybody around him.
And he has enough room to gain about 4. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, go.
Another give here to Jency. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Sanders now on 3rd down. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
It's
4th down. Here comes Kai Kroger to punt. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Achane, a first down carry. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Completed over the middle. Just for a little, down to the 30. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle.
5 yards on the play.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. That's caught for the first. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Has this at the 6. This makes it up to the 25. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, you'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
He gets it out wrapped, and it's gone. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll go play action for Sanders. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Going again here, Sanders. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Jams him at the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Brought in by his back here, it's Genty. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. And just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Genty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
Results.
Put a gold star on the grade sheet for that defensive coverage, even with plenty of time to throw it. That defense never gave the QB a lane to complete it.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their 2nd drive of the contest. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. By turning them against their own team, they're quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you start to murmur and might even hear a few birds.
It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
These runs, you get maybe a couple of them a game, right, Kate? He breaks that one, and we see him start the foot race. I think we were all rooting for the touchdown just a little bit. That's the type of effort that deserves to finish it in the end zone.
60 by Mustang 19.
Back now, pressure coming. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Here we go.
2nd down carry for Achane. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line. This defense just kept swarming.
And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break, Brock, as they force this fourth down. Fourth down, pass coming. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Cowboy 80.
From the red zone now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So the incompletion on first. Here is second and goal.
Packers 60. Packers 60. Let's go now.
They are throwing it again. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Trying to work quickly now.
It's now third and goal.
Buffalo 80. Ready.
Here he is now, third and goal. Escaping. And he makes the catch, but he will not get the feet down. Oh, Brock, that could have been a highlight reel touchdown. Instead, just an incompletion. The kick by Patterson is good. And that's our final moments of the opening quarter. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's a 10-0 ball game. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with first and 10. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Sanders setting the pass. That's incomplete on second down. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. So they're left facing third and long.
Marte Mafu there on the cover.
Ready. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Let's go.
To the air on third and long. Throw right side, caught by Fanning. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. The Browns are lining up to punt. Kai Kroger is going to kick this one away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. That'll be the first and more. 3 inside the 30. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a 16-point ball game. Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins take a 3-possession lead.
17. Browns nothing.
So after giving up the punt return score, Brock, let's see if they can answer on a different type of return. Calvin Austin on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Austin on the return. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the go.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10.
Get up. Get up. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Counter give to Jency. And He manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Pickup of 6.
Here we
Brings
go.
up 2nd and 4.
Back to Genty. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you could do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect. Looking for Harold Fanning Jr. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. He's brought down before the return gets far. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Brock, and working to stretch that out to 4. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage to check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18. 19 Lions. Go.
Working inside the red zone. Catch made. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Shot. Ready.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Catch made left side by Judy. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. We'll keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
And the Browns, 1st down.
Come on, come on.
1st and 10 at the
60 Bison,
47-yard
60
line.
Bison.
To the air, Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Browns.
Here we go, here we go.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Sanders. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Back to the air here on 2nd. Sanders. Hits him on the out route. And they get this down to the 28. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 at the
Sanders going to look to throw. Taken in by Fanning. And they shove him out. Looks like he's got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
out of bounds 31-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And off to Gentry. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Browns.
Giving this to Gentry. So calling a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down kick because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard. All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive.
3rd and 2.
Gentry from the gun. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short. Just 1 yard on the play. A couple of real nice stops. Forced 4th and 1.
4th down and 1.
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Well, you're in a pretty big hole already, Brock. They're going to pass on the field goal and keep chasing that touchdown. They'll go. It's Sanders. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Reed now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Short pass brought in. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. And he's up across 200 yards now in this opening half. That's beyond simply a good start for him. This is the type of game where he's been taking the lead on carrying his offense forward however he can. 1st and 10 from the 32.
Cougar 19, 18, Rodney, 18.
He'll look to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. So 20 yards on that play. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready? 19, Tiger, 19, 18, Pioneer. Panther 11, Panther.
From the red zone on 1st. Chased out to his right. And they take this in for the score. The Dolphins boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins making a 24-point ball game. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And maybe making some better judgment here as he takes a knee and accepts the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Back. Back going.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Throwing the out route complete. He's down after getting this up to the 41. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts.
Here we go. Start. Ready, go.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they'll still have some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second.
It's 3rd down and 4.
3rd and short here. Sanders. Looking downfield, and Fannin has it. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 32.
First down.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Finds Genty underneath. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
Ready, set.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
4 yards. That's another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now. The throw left side finds Burden. And all we can do is get that to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down. Now come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd
Ready.
and 9.
7. Ready.
They kick the running back in motion. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that lowers the lead to 21.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
From his own end zone, here we go. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. Shoots another one. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. So a one-sided contest is not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the second half. Reed now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10.
No, here we go.
Second half begins with a run by Achane. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Looking right, and he finds him. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Seven Pirates.
Working now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard
60
line.
Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Sanders now. Fits it through the middle. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. Give him 24 on that play.
Ready?
And that's a Browns first down.
That's good for a
Go.
Browns first down.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. It's a screen play to Genty. He takes this forward on the middle to about the 39. Alontae Taylor making a stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Dolphins' 39-yard line.
Here we go. Shot. Viking 18. Ready?
They'll empty
go.
the backfield and motion him out.
Ready.
To throw now with Sanders. He connects with Burden. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
Reno.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
With a gun, here's Sanders. That's the first down, and he's still going. And they are going to be in great shape here. He gets this down to 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Left. Alert. Cougar 19.
Working inside the red zone. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns start the second half with some needed points. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns get it back to a 14-point game. Reed now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Making some progress here. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that on your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to push the envelope and get aggressive.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. That's the incompletion. They come up on 2nd and 10.
Covered by J.C. Horn.
Panther 19. Charger 19.
Here's a throw. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Dolphins first down.
Back to throw. Pass is caught at the 9. He will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a 3-possession game. Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21.
Browns 17.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. On the return, here comes Austin. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
No.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18.
Here's Genty running right. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Genty, the ball carrier. He's brought down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Cowboy.
Shotgun give here to Genty. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. On 3rd down, Genty. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Browns.
Hey.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey.
Now Sanders.
Check that.
Brought in by his back here. It's Genty. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Sanders setting to pass. Setting up the screen here to Rodman. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
On 1st down, here's Sanders. That's punt. It's Godwin again. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
Let's go.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
To the air, Sanders. On the slant, complete to Judy. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
It's a gain of
Way to
8.
keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey.
1st and 10.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. To the air on 1st down, Sanders. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Browns shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown! That one splits the uprights. And the Browns get it back to a 14-point game.
Browns 24.
Reed now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Take over 1st
The
and
Dolphins send running back Devon Achane getting back to work. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
They'll throw it here on 1st. Finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
For the offense, it's 2nd and 1. Achane to the right. And he takes it down to the 33. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Offensive coordinators tell us all coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield. Back who can show off his wheels.
The Dolphins have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21.
Browns 24.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Dump off caught by his back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready.
At the 34-yard line.
60 Eagles.
They give up the guts. It's Jeanty. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks you can keep on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Let's go. Ready.
Going to the ground again on first. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
Another give here to Jeanty. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
That's good to Godwin. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Bronco 80.
Jeanty on the give. He's headed right. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards.
Well, you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Working out of the gun. Sanders. Completed over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. Complete right side. Burton has it. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
Brings up 4th down and less than.
Desperation time here. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs. The Dolphins send running back Devon Achane getting back to work. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Cates. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on 2nd down.
Come on, go.
Takes the 2nd down snap. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Complete to number 88.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
5 yards picked up on the play.
76.
Third down.
Let's go.
I'll throw it. Short pass brought in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
On the ball, now.
And with this lead, keeping the pedal down.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Miami.
Ready.
Achane, a first down carry. Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
They're going to try and throw it here. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he's tackled for a short gain. 3rd and just 2 to go.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Dolphins close to beginning the year 4-0. 3rd and just 2 to go.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
There he is on 3rd and short. Waddle makes the catch. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Well, that's sure one way to take the lid off a defense. Great work to find the biggest hole in the coverage. More importantly, go exploit it.
Big play sets him up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5.
Ready?
Trying to run it in. Achane. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Dolphins keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins continue piling on to this lead.
Browns 24.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score.
No!
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go!
First play is going to be again to Genty. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open. A little punishment to stretch plays when that tackle tries to meet him in the hole.
8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
For a Browns first down.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. On target to Godwin. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. 2nd down now. They need 7. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd
60
and 1.
Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Straight ahead with Genty. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That'll go for an 18-yard gain.
It's a gain of
And that's a
18.
Browns 1st down.
And the Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard
Ready?
They'll
line.
empty the backfield and motion him out.
Cowboy 80.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Looking at this fullback now. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Sanders going to look to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Here he goes. One final shot. And there's our last stand image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are stopped on the return on the final play of this game. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. Well, look again, it's just a good start to this season. Might be becoming something a little bit better, Brock. 4-0 now. There may be some serious legs to the start they're having here.
Yeah, let's not go calling them the 72 Dolphins yet, Kate. A lot of season left. But you'll hear coaches, especially in this first month of the season, call it.
I'm in a tunnel, foot on the gas. I see these demons, hoping I crash. All that I wanted like the last laugh. Gotta move fast, get to the bag. And I saw the signs for so long, just a reminder to hold on. Ain't gonna cry.